Good morning, Internet world. This is Amy Dickinson Campbell. It is the 4th of February, 2 weeks and a day into Biden being in office. And I have some interesting updates. I've been paying attention to some different things. And there's a Spec Ops guy that I follow on YouTube, and he's called Monkey Works. Is his little Spec Ops name. He's the Spec Ops Monkey, and he follows planes and their call numbers, and he knows which plane does what and where it's going, which is why I knew about POTUS 45 not being in Mar-a-Lago. There's no temporary flight restriction over Mar-a-Lago, and when there's a dignitary, especially the one of a presidential level, they always have a flight restriction in that area. So that's what I was talking about. Well, it's still not there. The flight restriction as of last night, still not there. So this is the most recent update, is as of 2 days ago on the 2nd. And I've been kind of holding back about the update. I've been wanting to give it to you guys, but nothing's changed yet, except that I just figured I better get this out there and then when something new comes up, I'll tell you. But, so Spec Ops Monkey said that the Department of Justice, as of the 2nd, was up in Toronto, Canada. Because he said that for some reason the Department of Justice is just parked up in Toronto. And I went, because why is the U.S. Department of Justice in Canada? We shouldn't be up there. That's not our business, right? Because usually when it's international, it's a CIA thing, and it's not, it's not a DOJ or FBI or NSA, because those are federal in our country, and so anything external is CIA. Well, not us. Our DOJ is up there, but it gets interesting because Mike Lindell is going to put out all of the information that he personally found. He paid $1 million of his own money to do the investigation of stuff we already knew. The stuff that I was telling you about the voting machines and everything else. Well, he paid money to have that investigated on his own because he was confused by the whole thing. And if you listen to his testimony, this guy is like super simpleton. He's not some extreme strategist, and he's just a guy who's had a background that was a shady past and turned his life around, and now he lives for God, and he just wants to see what's right happen. And he loves Trump. Trump has always been great with him and just really respected him. And so he was like, wait a minute, what's going on with this? And so he started digging. Well, he's going to put all that out. He either said today or tomorrow. And so he said he's shooting for tomorrow, but if he can get it out today, which is the 4th, he'll do that. Otherwise, he's getting it out on the 5th. And anyway, but he has some stuff already on his website, so I downloaded it last night. And the Amazon Data Service, and that's what it's called, Amazon Data Service, that handles all of the servers that were dealing with the vote switching. There's 2 different ones that we're dealing with the vote switching that handles those. It's settled in Toronto. That's where that location is. And so I went, what? When I read that, I went, wait a minute. And I had downloaded the Monkey Works, and so I went back and replayed it, and I'm like, yeah, he said DOJ is in Toronto. Now, it could be one of 2 things. It could be the special investigator, because, Agbar put John Durham as he appointed, when Barr was Attorney General before he resigned, he appointed John Durham as special investigator into the Russian collusion, and not the Russian collusion on the other side, where they had paid for the fake dossier and everything else. And so there was all of that. But this information goes back to 2012. They have data that shows vote switching from even then. So it would also include the 2016 and also include the 2020. And so it could be John Durham, who has total access to everything in the DOJ, including their planes, that's up there. Or it could be the other side that's deleting it. So I don't know. All I know is 2 different sources talk about Toronto, and our people are there. So that's craziness to me. So I'm waiting for Mike Lindell's report that he put together. He's supposed to put out this whole documentary, and I'm going to watch that, and I'll get back to you guys, because I've got no reason to doubt him. He's got no dog in the fight. As a matter of fact, it was so cute when he talks about his testimony. He was on the plane to DC. Trump had called him way back in 2016. Trump had called him and invited him to come to the White House, and he came to the White House in early 2017 for a meeting. On that flight, and he's just flying like regular plane, with folks sitting next to him. On that flight, he hears some people talking about politics. And he actually, in 2017, he actually asked them, well, what's a Republican? What's a Democrat? What's a conservative? What's a liberal? What's a progressive? He didn't even know. So that's why you guys can totally trust what he's putting out there, because it's not like he's got any agenda. Up till 2017, he didn't even know what a Republican or a Democrat was. He never paid no attention to politics at all. So now he's been thrown in the deep end of the pool, poor thing. So anyway, I'm just really fascinated to what's going on in Toronto right now, because again, that's where the Amazon data service is. And I don't think that's Amazon Jeff Bezos. I think that's another company. It's just called Amazon Data Services. It is located, and they hold the data from those voting machines. And our DOJ is up there in Toronto. So I'll keep you guys posted. But until then, guys, be safe out there. Let's just continue to pray for our country. Pray that right happens. I've got so much more to tell you. There's some bills floating around that I want to talk about, but this one is really, because the Toronto thing really got me. So I'll do another one on the bills. This one's on the Toronto thing. All right. Love you guys. Bye.